It was a madhouse, the teacher said. The students were out of control. Someone with a red backpack was racing around in slippers. So, red backpack was in slippers. So, we're going to put an O there and X for the rest of that row because the person in slippers didn't have any other color backpack, and X for the rest of that column because the person with the red backpack only wore slippers. Someone else with a black hat was stomping around in loud boots. So here's black hat, and they were wearing boots. So we're going to put an O there, and X for the rest of that row, and X for the rest of that column. I still have a headache from all the noise. Then they go off to Mrs. Allegretti's office. Mrs. Allegretti tells them, I determined there were 5 students behind Albie in the yearbook line. Oliva and Jenny were girls. Carlos, Stan, and Matt were boys. I saw them all run past my window to get in line. A boy was second to the last. Second to the last would be position 4. And it's a boy, so it's not Oliva, and it's not Jenny. The last student wasn't Matt or Carlos, so position 5 was not Matt or Carlos. I remember someone with flip-flops went by first, so position 1 is flip-flops. Those would be the people that were, the person that was right behind Albie then would be wearing flip-flops. And there was also a student in sneakers wearing a green hat. So green hat had sneakers on. So we'll put an O there and X for the rest of that column and rest of that row. They thanked her and went off to talk to Miss Trixie. Miss Trixie says, there was Matt with his black backpack. So Matt has the black backpack, which is right here. So X for the rest of that row and the rest of that column. The person in slippers was either last in line or next to last. So here's the slippers column, and the person in the slippers was last or next to last. So they weren't in 1, they weren't in 2, and they weren't in 3. The person with boots was somewhere towards the front of the line, definitely not in the last 2 positions. So the boots was not in 4 and not in 5. And Carlos was the 3rd person in line. So Carlos was position 3. So we'll put X for the rest of that row and X for the rest of that column.